Hello. Let's hope this works. I hope there's no big crashes this time. Um, it's just me. So there's no wombat. There's no um, donkey to make this work. So I'm trying it out. I think I figured out why it was crashing before. So I'm going to run two screens as usual. And this will be a good test run for next time. But if I look to the right, it means I'm looking at what you guys are saying. And otherwise, I'm just looking at myself. So I've been neglecting this for a really long time, and I'm very sorry about that. But you guys have sent me stuff, so it's time to take a look at it. And the first thing is from WinWing. Yes, WinWing. They sent this to me, and it was kind of surprising. Hey, Luna Bell. I don't have the Luna Cam up, but they sent me the 2023 Best Wingman from WinWing. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know the significance of this. I don't know that they use this at all. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's cool that they did this. So I appreciate them sending this to me. Luna Bell has significantly sniffed all the Treatos. There must be dog stuff in that one, huh, baby girl? Yeah, she's looking at me like, yes, there's something for the dog in here, and I am the dog. But yeah, it has my name on it. It's pretty cool. So this is from Hong Kong. So they actually sent stuff to me, Gonky, and Wombat. So I've got to get Gonky his. I'm not sure how I'm going to get Wombat his because we don't live anywhere near each other. I'm going to see Gonky this weekend. So, but check this out. It's like a card kind of thing. Bruce Lee, which is cool. And also Bruce Lee, which is cool. And ooh, like this 3D Hong Kong thing. It doesn't do it for you. Oh, look, there you go. Yeah, look at that. Linda Bell, what you think, girl? She is ready for her. Oh, you want me to open that one? Okay, I'll open that one in a minute. Let's see if I can get the Ludicam up. Hold on. This wouldn't be a thing without the Lunacam. How do I edit this? Settings? Yeah, settings. Give me a second. You guys probably want to see Luna more than you want to see me anyway. Webcam. Nope. It doesn't like that for some reason. Why doesn't it like that? Oh, because the cam's not on. She gave up. There she is. Baby girl. What's it doing, Luna? There you go, so you can see her face. Okay, Luna Cam is up. We got this card, and it's got a note, and it says, "Dear Mover, thanks for your work to help others. Cannot be too specific. As I wrote you several times here before, I cannot say something due to political or diplomatic reason. As long as the communist mainland China," he said that in red, by the way, "does not block Google's and YouTube in Hong Kong, I will continue to view your channel. Chinese cultures and communist China, I have to separate out. It will be the Chinese New Year next week, so this time I also send you a greeting card and something else in Hong Kong. Bruce Lee, who was born in San Francisco, that is in the scene on Hong Kong and Hollywood. Eric from Hong Kong." Well, that's pretty cool, man. It's amazing that it's international. And it says, "Dear Mover, Chinese New Year 2024. Wish you have a great start in 2024." And this is on the 6th of February. So pretty cool. Actually, I'll probably use this camera. Yeah. Luna Bell's patiently waiting. So kind of a programming change. I would like to, and I put this on the, it's kind of creepy that I'm up there both places, but I would like to, after a month, I think a month is a good amount of time since you guys are all members, make everything that's members only public. And that way it'll get more people to the channel and more people interested in the podcast. I think that's a way, if you bulk do it, that YouTube doesn't really see a problem with it. But I brought this up on the Discord. Everybody seemed okay with it, but I know some of you aren't on the Discord. So if you have any issues, let me know. But I think that's a fair way to do it, to where the podcasts are still being seen, obviously on Spotify and then Gonki's channel, but at least it's getting more exposure to help it keep growing. So this next one is from Sean, actually Landon and Sean. Possible email. Where'd my knife go? The tape looks like something I would do. So pretty cool. Very taped up. I'm not cutting through it. Say always cut away from yourselves, kids. Always cut away from yourselves, because you end up I've sliced myself with a knife like this before because I didn't follow my own advice. Just so much easier to cut towards you. All right, Luna Bell, what do you think, baby girl? So it's some crime scene tape, which there are certain places that I think would be useful. Oh, dude, nice. Don't demonetize me, but this is like the coolest mailbag gift I have gotten. Magazines, because who doesn't need a 30 round mag? I know I always appreciate that. So thank you very much. That's awesome. Yeah, like a P mag. And then Gonki's coloring book. Yep. That's pretty cool. Here, let's try that. Let's do it that way since she's not in the picture. How about that? Let's see. We'll edit her. It doesn't like me editing. Okay. But there's a coloring book. Luna, can you color? No. Okay. And then you also got another coloring book by, who wrote this? Oh, TK Hartsock. That guy. And then TK Hartsock. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Thank you, Landon, and your dad. That's pretty cool. Love the crime scene tape. It actually says, sheriff line, do not cross. That's hilarious. I have to find a place to put that around here. Thank you for that. That is really cool. I'm sorry it took me so long. I know you sent that around my birthday, but Luna Bell's investigating. Luna girl, hey baby. Yeah, the Lunamobile is in the shop right now getting new stickers, so it'll hopefully be useful. Color some pages. We'll do a live stream where we just color. All right, baby. Yeah. I got two more. And then we'll just do a Q&A. We're not going to take that long this time, I know. So this one's for TR Matson, so I'm going to save that for him. And then this one is from Rick and Janet in Indiana. Luna's like, is it for me? Can I have this? What do you think, girl? She's a good girl. You guys don't follow her. The Lemoyne Dogs on Instagram or Luna Bell Lemoyne on Facebook. All right, this says, hello, mover. Hello from Muncie, Indiana. I am the proud wife of a Navy veteran. All right, sorry. I'm the proud wife, a Navy veteran who enlisted in his early 20s, was deployed to Vietnam, and chose to serve 2 additional tours before returning home. God willing, we will celebrate our 50th anniversary this year. Wow, 50. I want to sincerely thank you for the amazing content on the Mover and Gonki show. You, Gonki, Wombat, and your other wonderful guests always provide interesting, heartfelt information. With the state our country is in, we are always informed and encouraged by your programming. My son and his partner own and operate a 27-hole golf facility in Winchester, Indiana. I saw the enclosed piece by Puma honoring Folds of Honor. You'll notice their dual logos on the back of the shirt. Please accept a small gift as a thank you for all you do, especially in the field of mental health. As a survivor of an eating disorder, I'm always eager to hear your mental health minute. Again, thank you and everyone involved in the Mover and Gonki show. We pray for an amazing year for you personally and professionally. Sincerely, Janet. One of my most favorite Christmas gifts was a Mover and Gonki t-shirt. What can I say? I'm all in. That is awesome. How cool is that? How cool. Well, thank you. And so it's pretty cool some socks. And, oh, check this shirt out, Luna. That's a nice shirt. Wow. I like it. Oop, watch it, baby. What makes you think, sweetheart? Yeah, you like it? She gives it a sniff snuff. 50 years. That's pretty cool. That is awesome. Yeah, that's it, baby. No Treatos this time, which is good because we don't need any more Treatos. No, we're all Treatoed out. Let's see, Garrett. So let's go ahead and let's go with that. Arms that fire do you have? God, I've got so many. I can tell you calibers. I got pretty much everything. Mostly everything. We got behind me. What you doing, baby? What you tapping? We got 300 blackout, 5.56 223, FN57, which I found cheap FN57, which I'm pretty excited about. That's hard to do. 9 mil, 40 cal, 308, 45, 380. Yeah, 357 SIG. So you have to be more specific. I guess my favorites are the STI 2011 that I have. And there she goes. She's done. She's had enough. She's realized there's nothing for her. And that's it. I mean, I got a whole safe full of stuff. I got several firearms in here with me right now because America. But this is awesome. Check this out. This is pretty cool. Laura says, does your ammo go in the taco pouch or just tacos? No, my ammo goes where the ammo goes. I don't really eat tacos. I should eat more tacos. Yeah. Should eat more tacos. Let me see if there's anything on the website. We haven't crashed yet, so we're already doing better than before. So apparently I'm able to figure. I don't know what was going on that last show, man. It was a Chrome error. So what I've done is I've changed the camera angle because I've had this monitor I bought like at Christmas of 2019. I bought a 50-inch LED for the office and I never installed it. Well, I finally got it installed last week. And I was like, well, I'm going to use it as kind of the for the show. So I'm looking at something because when I'd watch the videos, I didn't like me looking off camera. So I figured when I was talking to somebody, I could at least be looking in their general direction and that would be an improvement. But I don't know, running multiple monitors or what, but let's see. Spam. So Anonymous says airline interview, Canadian single female captain. Can you get her on the Gonky and Mover show? You say information, contact info. Oh, Pilot Emily. I remember her from COVID days. So here's what we're doing with those. We're not really interviewing people anymore. I mean, I will. So if it's an interview, it'd probably just be me because I don't interview personally. Or sorry, we don't interview as part of the Mover and Gonky show. It would have to be something separate. My idea for the Mover and Gonky show is you're a guest host and you come on and you just talk about whatever, because I think that's more organic for what we do and the topics and stuff than doing it the other way. Carrie says, Legacy F-18 Enhanced Flight Control System. Was wondering if you and Gonky have viewed any of the Finnish F-18 demos on YouTube. They're doing maneuvers I've never seen a U.S. Hornet demo team do. Some pretty crazy stuff at seemingly low altitude. Let me know what you think. I think it's awesome. I also think it's pretty cool that they don't have the 7.5 G limit because they don't fold the wings. They're not carrier based. So you kind of get a little bit more performance out of that. More spam. A lot of spam. Someone wants me to review Into the Sun, which now that we have an editor, as long as that works, let me know. Check out the stuff that I just uploaded and let me know and make sure it's good. But if it is good, that opens up my Tuesdays and Wednesdays now that I don't have to sit here editing, which is nice. Uh, Randall says, he's a Lemoyne. Our name is not very common except maybe in Louisiana. However, my ancestors settled in Greenville, Ohio, sometimes 1820s. My grandfather, along with brother and sister, moved west central Michigan, north of Grand Rapids. Possibility related. I mean, it's possible. As far as I know, my people are like Iberville and Bienville that founded New Orleans. So I don't know beyond that. This is anonymous. I've been watching you for quite a while. You've been a huge inspiration. I'd like to share the story of my journey that fits the Make Them Tell You No theme that was heavily inspired by watching your videos. I've always wanted to be an Air Force pilot ever since my dad took me to see the Thunderbirds in 3rd grade. As I went through my teen years, I set my sights in the Air Force Academy and made that goal after high school. I completed the process, was anxiously waiting during my first year of half of senior year. During my second half senior year, a lot of personal things happened to me, which led me to taking on to the on-base mental health clinic to talk with a counselor because of suicidal ideation, suicidal behavior, and diagnosis of adjustment disorder. I was very young and stupid, as we all say. However, the counselor believed I was low risk, didn't prescribe me any medication, and didn't admit me to the hospital, didn't have to see again. Unfortunately, closer to graduation, I eventually heard that I was not selected for the Air Force Academy. Then set my sights on Air Force ROTC detachment, the college I chose. In my first year there, I worked very hard and eventually was ranked up top 3rd of the class, was nominated for an in-college scholarship. The only thing they needed from me was a valid medical. While my medical was still valid from the Air Force Academy, my mental health visit happened after the fact. I chose to do the right thing and inform my cadre of the situation. Put me up for a medical review. A waiver was denied. My scholarship nomination was pulled, and I was not allowed to continue the program without a valid waiver. I was devastated. Man, I must have got some dog hair in my nose. It was during this time I found your videos, and although I was told no, I wanted someone higher up to tell me no. I did worry because I never heard of any pilots getting something this severe cleared and waived. Nevertheless, you inspired me. I started to pursue my PPL, was planning on applying to OTS and guard units. However, my medical records also posed a problem for my medical certificate with the FAA. However, 2 years and $5,000 worth of evals later, I was awarded my FAA first class medical. That's criminal. Not that, just the fact that it took that long and cost you that much money. I don't like that. I then graduated college with a 3.5 GPA, set my sights on applying to OTS, studied hard, and got a 90 pilot candidate selection method score. I knew I would encounter problems with my medical waiver, but I still wanted to be told no by someone higher up. I knew I needed 2 miracles, MEPS and Right Pat. I went to MEPS, and after 2 weeks, my waiver was approved by the Surgeon General. The first miracle, I waited and finally got the call that I was selected for United States Air Force Officer Training School as a pilot select. I was happy, but was ready for the next hurdle. My flying class 1 went to Right Pat with a lot of worrying and had to wait anxiously for nearly a month to hear back. With the help of my FAA evals, my FC1 waiver was approved exactly 5 years later to the date of the incident, my second miracle. When I thought my dream was dead, I was told no. I still wanted someone else to tell me no. Your videos were a huge inspiration for me and made me want to fight to get where I wanted to be. Listening to all the mover mailbags and hearing everyone else's Make Them Tell You No stories, I knew that when I got through this, I was going to share mine. Now with a date to OTS, I will continue on my journey. Thank you again, Mover. You're a huge inspiration to everyone that watches. I wish you nothing for the best. Anonymous. Holy crap. That's what it's all about. And I'm honored and humbled that just hearing that was able to push you forward. And sometimes that's all it takes. And that's why I think it's important that we are honest and upfront and open about our struggles and open about what we go through, because I think sometimes that can be the inspiration somebody needs. So I think that's awesome. And for you, Mr. or Mrs. Anonymous, I would say use this. Use this entire process. We talk a lot about adversity, and I've been through my share of adversity, especially in the last couple of years. And I think that, not to get preachy, I'm going to get on a soapbox like some people do, but I think that when we go through something like this, our first instinct sometimes is to kind of use those experiences for ourselves, right? We're like, hey, I got through this. It's awesome. What's next for me? But I think the lesson here is to share with the next person, and use this to make you a better officer when you go through officer training school, make you a better pilot when you go to Air Force pilot training, make you a better wingman, make you a better flight lead, make you a better mission commander, make you a better squadron commander. I think we do our best when we take these experiences and these struggles and turn them around and use them to help and inspire somebody else. So don't just stop here. Keep going, help somebody, keep helping, let your story be heard, but use this, internalize this, and use it to make yourself a better officer. And I think you'll have a great career. So awesome. Keep going. That's awesome. Let's see. A lot of spam, a lot of partnerships. What are partnerships? I want to do partnerships. Skyrun. What is a Skyrun? I don't know. Wingtip contrails. Oh boy. It seems that F-35 wingtips create longer contrails when maneuvering. Yeah, I don't know. It's a design thing. I don't know anything about that. 3 is in. Mover, recommend you check out the new YouTube channel 3's in, made by a retired Air Force pilot that spent many years as a T-38 IP in a variety of other aircraft. His career was early 1970s to 90s. Ooh, the glory days. Generation or two before you. His videos are short. 5 minutes, recounts his experience of his flying career. Sounds good. Check it out. His approach to military aviation is uncanny to yours. Don't be a douche. Help your bros. Don't take no for an answer. Have little tolerance for bureaucracy. Can't even say that word. That's how much I hate it. Just wanted to fly, get the mission done, take care of people. Kind of pilot set example for you guys, for guys like you that followed. He's just a guy sitting in his easy chair, recounting his flying career in an entertaining manner. Worth checking out. Make a great interview, fellow bro. Well, that's awesome. Joseph says, Spectre 1 and 2 audiobooks. Around this time, I purchased all 3 of the Spectre series from Audible. Finally getting around to getting my audio library straightened up, which includes a digital bookshelf. Unfortunately, Specterizing and Avoid Negotiate Kill have been pulled from Audible. When I search for their ISBNs, I can't find them. Any chance you can help? I just want my software to match. Yeah, so when I did those 2, I was super excited. Anybody wanted to do my audiobooks, but it wasn't necessarily the best quality. And so when the 7 years and crazy, you know, I hit my 11-year or 10-year anniversary. I didn't do anything about it, but it's been 10 years since I published my first book, which is crazy. A whole decade. I mean, that's a quarter of my life. Oh, Lunabelle's back. Hold on. She would like to be included, or at least her butt will. There she is. So anyway, to me, it's kind of crazy that worked out that way. And I picked the first audiobook person that seemed like they knew what they were doing. But over time, I realized it really wasn't that great of a fit. And so when I hit the 7-year point, we cut it. And I just have been lazy. I haven't done the auditions or anything like that. So I need to get audiobooks for all of these. So anyway, back to you guys. Garrett says, make them tell you no is the only reason I have an air contract with the Marines. I had a medical emergency and believe they DQ'd me. Can't thank you enough. Well, don't thank me. You did it. You did it. Laura says 10 years is great. Very inspiring that we can achieve if someone sticks with something. Yeah. The problem is I've slowed down so much. I'm still like, I wrote that book last year, the sci-fi book. And I'm at like chapter 15 for editing. So I need to get on the ball with that for sure. But yeah. Let's see here. Here we go. Luke says, first of all, thank you for spending the time to read this email. I understand you're very busy. It means a lot. You can take the time to help me out. Huge fan of your videos and your path to being a fighter pilot, and known that I want to be one for years now. It's because of your videos I've decided to go guard reserve as opposed to active duty. Here's my question. I'm looking into enlisting as a 17-year-old to the Jackson Air Guard as crew chief. I think this will increase my chances of a UPT slot upon getting my bachelor's. Do you agree with that? Do you suggest enlisting in the reserves instead? I'm right in between Homestead and Jacksonville. If I do enlist with the Guard, we'll only be able to apply for Guard units in that time, or apply reserve units as well. Oh, he's asking the question. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with either of those options. The Guard, I think, has a little bit more of a tight-knit we hire from within kind of thing. So I think that would probably be a better option if that's your goal. But you can use that as a way to get your foot in the door and pay for college. Um, Reserves are a good option too. I think Jacksonville is probably the better of the two options from what you're talking about, especially with the future because they know they're getting the F-35. Homestead's still kind of up in the air as far as what their future holds. And yeah, it's perfectly valid. And if you get to the point where you're ready to apply, you've got your degree, you have your scores, you've got a little bit of flight time, all that stuff, you can definitely apply anywhere. There's nothing that says you're stuck to that one unit uh, for that and to be a pilot. So I think anything's a good idea. Garrett says, how do you feel about the Army grounding all helos? I didn't hear all that. Honestly, I didn't hear it. I heard they had something about the Apache, but I haven't heard they had grounded all helos. We had meant to go over the Apache crash last episode, but with my internet issues and Wombat soapboxing, we didn't get there. I'll Luna Bell. See if we can get her. There you go. It's obviously not a... There she is. Bluey's mom. Hello, Chili. How are you? Hello, Ether98. Ether. Let's see. Laura or Kelly, what are we editing? Do you want to edit the book or you want to edit the... So the problem with the book, I've already had the editor go through it once. I now have to, and I have to fix all the stuff. And it's sci-fi, and I'm having to take notes because I have to remember all the stupid stuff that I said. It's way more difficult than anything else I've ever written. Trying to finish a book estimated to be 6 months behind my... Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's a grind. It's not because like the Spectre series and Avoid, Negotiate, Kill and stuff. Well, Spectre series, I edited a bunch of times, but later books, as I got better at writing military espionage, thrillers like that, those were pretty much a fast process. I could do the whole thing in about 2 to 3 months because I would write, it would get edited. I would go through and improve the changes, make sure everything looked good. One more edit, go through it again. One more edit, done. This is, there's probably going to be some rewriting having to happen, and I'm dreading it because I don't usually do that. Mover, I think it's time to get rid of the whole college degree mentality for flying, military, and commercial. I think yes and no. I think on the military side, probably not. Maybe go to a warrant officer thing, at least you have that associates. On the commercial side, yeah, I don't think it really matters. The whole idea originally was just to make it more well-rounded. It was just a discriminator, right? It was just to make people more well-rounded. But in today's day and age where college is super high school, I don't know that it really matters that much anymore. So yeah, it probably is, but it's already happening. Like my airline, I think Delta, a bunch of airlines don't require college degrees anymore anyway. So I'm pretty sure that's just the way of the world. Garrett says there was an Apache crash on the 12th that had no fatalities, and the one on the 23rd killed both pilots. Yeah, that's terrible. I want to go to private flight school to go commercial with scares. I don't have a college degree with landing a job. Yeah, it's not required anymore. I don't think any of the big airlines and stuff, especially if you do like flow through to American or one of the street to seat programs. I don't think any of them are requiring college degrees anymore. Especially the degrees you get at thembase places like Embry-Riddle and stuff. Like, what are you going to do with that? Aviation management? That's not a real thing. Let's see. Going on to check out some more emails. My name is Mark. About a year ago, a couple of friends of mine at work went to an air show. Knowing of an affinity for the aircraft, they told me all about and showed me some videos. The topic quickly turned to, I wonder what the requirements to be a fighter pilot are. Curious myself, I researched the topic and quickly discovered that I can't read today. That my childhood dream is far from dead. After discovering your channel, I had hit the ground running. I'm enrolled in an aeronautics and aerospace degree to get my bachelor's and commission down the road. Thought this would be ideal since I'm pretty fresh in the aviation world and would do the most to make up lost time. I spent 10 years in the National Guard as an infantryman. I've done a lot there and greatly enjoyed my time. In my remaining 3 years, I'm set to get my PPL instrument rating and CFI. I'm in the process of joining the Civil Air Patrol. I've been hammering as much as I can nonstop as I discover flying fighters is still an option. I am a father and husband. My family's offered tremendous support through the late night studying with Mover and Donkey on the TV. I have a two-part question, and having done so already, we'll try not to take too long with it. 1, I have vision that needs corrected. Question I have heard answered on the mailbag is a rumor. I heard that it may be better to let the Air Force sort out who will do your surgery. I'm looking at PKM, possible cornea transplant, good Lord, to fix scar tissue and drop my adopter by 2. It's better to let the Air Force negotiate who will do the surgery, or would I be okay paying out of my pocket and arriving already good to go? Ooh. Before you do anything, I would discuss this with a flight doc. That's a tough one. That's something because you don't want to do the wrong thing. Sorry, I've still got the old comment up. You don't want to end up doing the wrong thing and make it worse, right? So I would at least look at the waiver guide, the Air Force waiver guide. You can Google it, or on the Make Them Tell You No Facebook group, and make sure that any of the things you're talking about are even allowed, because it might not be a matter of whether the Air Force does it or not. It may be whether you can ever do it. In the remaining 3 years of my career already, having a mountain warfare certificate, basic leaders course, as well as probably picking up my E5 sergeant in the very near future. Are there things I should focus on with the Army side to make myself more competitive when transferring to the Guard Reserve? No. Sounds like you're already doing it. I would just focus on scores and make sure your whatever eval, fit reps, whatever the Army calls them, make sure those are good. But for the most part, get the decorations you should get and deserve. But for the most part, scores, GPA, all that stuff. Big thanks. I'll be 31 when the Army National Guard contract ends, and I will have to make a strong case while switching to the dark side. I'm certain I have a whole nother life in me, but I'll have to show them that. Thank you in advance. That's awesome. I don't think the contract actually matters as long as they can Palace Chase or Palace Acquire for the Guard Reserve. I don't think going officer. I think your commitments. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I think you probably even go before that. All right, so that's it for the emails. Let's go back to the kids at home. Luna Bell's over there. Let's see. Nope, we talked about that. What's the word on a new Lunamobile? So, John, you probably know better than anybody that sometimes agency politics can be just like a fighter squadron, could just be just like a sorority. So the Lunamobile broke in January, and it should have been a relatively easy fix, but there were compounding issues. The Explorers have this thing with the turbos where they'll dump oil and start smoking on startup, and eventually it gets worse, and eventually it'll sideline you. And that happened, and it happened at the worst possible time because K9, which we are not associated with, Luna and I do not fall within the K9 division. K9 does not want to be associated with us. They don't think we're real K9, which I've never claimed to be, so I'm okay with that. We're more of community relations, employee support, crisis intervention, investigation, stuff like that. The only patrol I do with her, she stays in the unit. And so we're separate. And K9 never was a big fan of us because of that. And so, especially because we get a lot of attention, we get a lot of public facing stuff because of Luna. I mean, that's her job. And so their units were timing out. They were 2016s and high mileage and braking a lot, stuff like that. And they were supposed to get 4 new ones, but that was delayed by a couple months. And right around this time, there was, when mine broke, there was a Durango because one of the other divisions that had dogs disbanded. So there was this newer Durango that was available, and it became a spare. Well, because we had to do an event that we couldn't cancel, it ended up booting one of the canine guys out of it because he was using it as a spare and put him in a different spare. And that caused even more hurt feelings because we're just reserves, we're not full timers. And so I thought for a little bit that Durango was going to get assigned to us because it was lower mileage, newer. They were going to get their brand new units. We were going to, get something newer, and it was going to be, good to go because of, all the work we do, public facing. It doesn't have a door popper, so it was more appropriate for Luna. It's smaller, all that stuff. And I think when the drama got involved, the politics, there were some mixed messages, and we ended up, they basically said absolutely not. It went to the, their rank, and they said no, that's going to be a spare. They would rather it sit unused than for us to get it, and we had to wait until the other canine, the patrol canine, their Tahoes came in so that one of their old Tahoes could come to us, and that's what we did, and it was disgusting. I mean, honestly, I've never seen anything that nasty. Like, they don't take care of their vehicles. And so I spent about 12 hours cleaning it up, or more, and got it to the point that I felt comfortable putting Luna back there, disabled the door popper, and dropped it off today. So that was a couple weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago that all this happened. And we just dropped it off today. They're going to resticker it because it's a 2016 with 135,000 miles, so it's in bad shape. They're going to resticker it, try to make the paint look a little bit better, and try to make it more presentable for public stuff. And then once that's done, I expect about a week, maybe 2, for them to finish all that, which maintenance is, being cool about it, thankfully, to do that, because I know it's a lot of work on them. But once that's done, we'll be back in business, at least for the near future. It was disappointing how that worked out because, we were on such a high trajectory for a long time. We started the program, we had a lot of support, and everything seemed to be going well. But it just takes 1 or 2, hurt feelings and somebody to be intimidated by a 45-pound fluff ball like Luna. And next thing you know, it's, people are mad at you, and you didn't really do anything. So, yep. I have not tried the new DCS update, and I've not tried iRacing with the new 14900K. I really want to do that. But it's Drill Weekend this weekend, so the beard's going to be gone on Monday, and maybe I'll have more time to do nerd stuff next week. Luna does not play fetch. In fact, I've never really had a dog that played. The boys didn't like fetch either. So it has flashy lights, just not as many as the Durango did, or the Explorer, the previous Lunamobile. The previous Lunamobile was awesome. It looked like a Christmas tree. And the Durango was awesome. It looked like a Christmas tree. This one's just a standard patrol. It's got the overhead lights, and that's pretty much it. Push bar, stuff like that. I said, hey, make it look like a spaceship, but yeah. So that's the story. We will continue our mission, though. Nothing really big for March. I've got we're doing a Lemons race. It's not Champ Car, it's Lemons at NOLA Motorsports Park at the end of March, 23rd. So we'll be there. Hello. How are you? But yeah, that's it. And of course, as always, views are my own. I guess we're not talking DoD stuff. It doesn't represent the agency either. But yeah. So anyway, that's the mover mailbag. I wanted to get that stuff done. But if you ever want to send me anything, movermailbag@cwlemoyne.com. Kind of gotten away from getting packages, so to speak, just because, although these were all awesome, just because the post office is a pain. But if you want to email me something, that's the mover mailbag. My plan in the near term future is that's not Life with Mover anymore. It's actually Life with Luna. But I'll do a video about Luna's new Lunamobile and the transformation for that. She's out. And I will also get some mover mailbags, or more mover mailbags, more consistent mover mailbags, Mover Ruins movies, DCS, iRacing, 5PD maybe, LSPD of Forest Cops. You guys like that? And yeah. John says, I completely understand. That's unfortunate. Agency politics always rear their ugly heads. I ask because we have a 2019. Yeah, they wouldn't take it. I mean, unless you're giving it to us, they wouldn't take it. They wouldn't buy it. But I mean, if it's already K9 configured, they wouldn't buy it. I mean, they like, I'm still a little butthurt about it because, you know, it's perfectly good and it's going to be used as a spare. Like, take the one I'm in, put it in a spare. But, you know, I'm not in charge. I know DCS is not real life, but your latest DCS made me feel comfortable about an error war with the DPRK. I don't know. We haven't done anything that. There should be. Is there one planned? No, but should I do it? Yes. I need to get back to my roots. Yeah. Yeah, it's the K9. That's I mean, we have Tahoes. It's the K9 part that kind of makes things complicated, is having all the K9 equipment in it. Because, you know, they just got rid of the that one. In fact, they donated one to another agency when I first started, which that would have been nice to have kept because it could have been a good spare. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, well, I didn't want to keep you guys too long. I appreciate you joining me for the Mover Mailbag. I've got to get rolling. Like I said, if you do get a chance and you're in the Discord or you want to email me, if you find anything wrong with the clips for the next 7 days based off of Monday's show, let me know. We've got a new editor. I haven't caught everything, but I think he's doing a good job. And if he is able to continue this way, it'll sure free up enough time. And it'll also allow us to keep the show going when I go to training, either for the airline or military when I'm not around. Like, we can still do the show and then hand it off and say, hey, edit this. So, because right now, Gonky doesn't do any of the editing. I do it all. He does his own thumbnails. And so typically, since we've been doing the Mover and Gonky show, it's been all day Tuesdays of me editing, sometimes into Wednesday, which is just a huge time suck. So if we can have that doped and have somebody that's editing just that part, boy, that would sure be nice for me, and Gonky too. I mean, that'd be nice for both of us, and also free up time to do other stuff, which is always a nice little perk. So hope you guys enjoyed this Mover Mailbag. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the emails and the chats and everything we do. I'll see you on Monday with Gonky. Right now it's just me and Gonky, so you're stuck with us. Have a great evening. Thank you.